Hello World, this is Computer Heat, and it's another episode of Hello World series with a game between Yoko, aka Joris, I'm pretty sure, playing as the USF, and his opponent is going to be Ihitto, playing as the Wehrmacht at the bottom. And immediately we've got Tier 1 being built, so no crazy mass MGs and Pioneers directly into Tier 2 start. And yeah, so this is going out on twitch.tv/ComputerHeat for anybody who's watching. I should maybe get a Hello World series channel going, but no, it's just under my own name. So these players, I believe they're both Korean, and they're both quite highly ranked. Good players. I really like watching Joris. Actually, he's been streaming a lot of his games lately, playing as Wehrmacht using the encirclement doctrine and getting snipers, and using the sprint ability from that commander on his snipers, which is an interesting way to play it. But yeah, I think that's the only reason, that's the primary reason that he likes to pick that commander. They sprint ability on the Soviet snipers got patched out because it was frankly overpowered. Anyway, the first little fight beginning here between the worker units as they pathetically try to hurt each other. They're just going to get up close and whack each other with the barrels of their guns. And, oh, actually one of them gets killed. And quickly tab over to the chat, make sure everything's looking good. Alright, there we go. Whew, everything's perfect. Multiple grenadiers from ihitto, so he's not taking advantage of the fact that he can just get machine guns directly out of the headquarters. And we have a vet rifle squad called in as Yoko, aka Joris. I believe this is Joris. I'm going to call him Joris anyway. Has gone for Rifle Company. So once again, we're seeing Rifle Company. You saw it in the last game with Nagano versus DevM. And spoilers, cover up your ears if you haven't watched that game yet. It didn't go so well for DevM. Okay, you can listen again now. Pio's getting picked on by the rifle squad. They're about to get sandwiched between the two of them, and they don't like the looks of that, and they hightail it on back home. So each side is taking the other's munitions, so we're gonna have kind of a vertical split going on. Oh my god, why can't I remember the name of this map? No. Yeah, so there's gonna be a vertical split going on. Crossing in the woods. After watching Nagano and DevM, I was trying to remember the Company of Heroes 1 name for this map, which may also have been Crossing in the Woods. Anyway, this is a map that was played in Sunday Night Fight Season 4 also, and I remember just this road being a complete death trap, especially the games between Fireball and anybody else. He like just park double Pumas on the road, kill retreating squads. Those are old games. No one cares about that anymore. Let's watch this game right now. New vet rifle squad called in by Joris. And he is moving in deep to start applying pressure on the cutoff sector for ihitto. Oh man, these grenadiers are in trouble. No machine gun available to contain these rifles. ihitto, let's have a look over at his headquarters, see if he's teching or anything like that yet. No, he's just going to try to rely on his grenadiers. I doubt we'll see a sniper from him if he hasn't gotten one already, although he does have enough munition, or enough manpower. Had enough manpower to get one if he wanted. Rear echelon squad running around the top, being a nuisance, but it's about to draw the attention of some grenadiers. And these rifles, man, they last forever behind those sandbags. Vet rifle squad will help tip the fight in the favor of the US, and the grenadiers are forced to retreat across the river. And ihitto is I don't think he has not won a single fight yet. Despite that, he still managed to hold on to his territory, which is really the thing that you need to do in the early game as Wehrmacht. Don't lose squads and hold on to at least a little bit of territory. He's even now expanding out to try to take back the munitions point on the right. He's losing the munitions on the top. He's going to get the middle VP, though, under his control. And Joris is going to get this fuel point. looks like those Grenadiers are not even going to try to contest that. And the barbed wire doesn't finish, so Joris is going to be able to go straight across the road, across the bridge. Bit of barbed wire put down by the rear echelons, presumably. And we have a captain first for Joris, Yoko, and ihitto is Tech Tier 2. Let's see if he starts building that. His pioneers are back at the base. And these Grenadiers just getting tore up by all these rifles. Still no healing for, well, no healing for either player, and the damage is going to start showing itself, and as the squad members just start dropping quicker and quicker. Lots of Grenadiers moving around together. Where is this captain? Captain's using his, this is nice to see, he's using the supervised ability to get the steward out even faster. Just look how quickly that progress bar moves up. Normally any kind of US vehicle just takes forever to make. But that's that steward is out at 6 minutes. I'm gonna be real, I don't know what the timings are, but ihitto is completely unprepared for this. He hasn't even started building any kind of anti-tank. He's gotten his tier 2 up in a decent amount of time, but he's going to need to cancel this half-track and get himself a pack, or he's going to suffer hard. Stewart is just pushing around his dudes. The half-track is continuing to be built, and yeah, if you're going a captain first, consider doing this if you can afford it. If you can afford the Stewart shortly after your shortly after your captain arrives. Half track is up. I don't see it having a whole lot of impact for a while. The rifles are going to be able to push against it. They've got their anti-tank grenades, but it is going to help ihitto sustain his forces, and he really needs to start expanding back out. He's done a good job of not losing anything so far, like I said. But he's just going to get pushed back more and more, and it's going to be up to Joris to maintain this pressure and keep his opponent on the back foot continuously so that he can control the pace of the game. Oof. ihitto is moving out in force onto the left of the map. The pack is up now. We don't have a commander pick from him yet. Let's see what we've got. Spearhead, close air support, mobile defense. He's actually not far off from being able to get himself a Puma out of the mobile defense commander. So I think the next few minutes. Oh my God! I was not expecting the flamer half track. Wow! And Joris wasn't either. I guess he thought he could stick in that fight a little bit longer, but damn, that did a ton of damage, and those guys are burned crisp. I'm pleased to see the flamer half track making a bit of a comeback. I feel like I've seen it in a few games recently. They may actually all have been games with ihitto. This feels like I've watched some of his games, and I'm trying to remember if this is the build order that he uses pretty much every time. Although often, often in conjunction with close air support. Now that he's managed to kill that Stewart, he's going to feel a little more at liberty to go with one of the other commanders. He's not going to need to just panic, call out a Puma. And he's actually getting himself a machine gun now. So the kind of late machine gun could be quite a good choice against US, where rifles are so dangerous and able to kill them quickly, and it is close air support. Not a huge surprise, for better or worse. Oh, I thought that was the whole squad getting burned down there. It's still going to be a tough retreat for these pioneers. If they go down, that's going to be a problem. It looks like they're going to make it back. Actually, it wouldn't be that bad. I was thinking he needs to get a healing bunker, but any of the grenadiers can do that. Lots of flamethrowers now, and so we got a bit of a flavor of the month play going on from each of these players. So ihitto going with close air support, Yoko going with rifle company. Rifle company gives you just such a... It can give you a nice early game advantage with the vet rifleman. And this upgrade is, it seems to be by consensus, the best. If not the best, then one of the best upgrades for a rifleman. Maybe tied with the light machine guns, depending on your play style. But if you want to pull off flanks, which you want to pull off flanks if you're playing as US, and the flamethrowers are very strong for that. I was mentioning a post that DevM wrote about playing US according to his style, and he was wishing that the bars would be a bit buffed, but in the absence of bars, that the oh, that's interesting. Without bars, that the flamethrowers make for a very good choice, and kind of ends up making him pick this commander every single game. Grenadiers sitting out just beyond the range of the flamethrowers, but the flamers are easily able to move up. They do take a little bit of damage, and these Grenadiers are not going to be able to last against this. Here comes the flamer from... Wow. From the flamer half-track, and these Grenadiers are now going to be able to back up to that, reinforce, and actually like to see some repairs going in, and I imagine that's what those Pioneers have just been ordered to do. Sweeper's out for Joris. He knows that his opponent went... Well, actually, does he know that his opponent went close air support? Maybe not. Sweepers are a good idea anyway, to not run into S minefields, but especially if your opponent has gone for this commander, then you really need to get sweepers on your rear echelon squads to not hit a Teller mine or some S mines, since those are going to be very affordable for your opponent. And we actually have a pack howitzer building for Yoko. I believe the pack howitzer finally got fixed, so it doesn't have double reinforced costs from what it is supposed to have. That was a bug in the past that just made the reinforced costs crazy for the pack howitzer. Anyway, it's up on the field now, and we'll get to see it potentially do some damage. I watched a game. Did I cast this game, or did I just watch it? Anyway, it was a very similar situation as this, but the allied player didn't have any good form of indirect fire and had a really hard time dealing with the close air support doctrine. Close air support, you end up relying on just dudes for a long time and not on vehicles. And it can be a real challenge to get in close enough to actually, do the damage to the squads, even if you got some strong rifle, like multiple squads of vet riflemen coming in on a flank, basically because this becomes the I win button, the panic button that the German player can push once you start pulling in the flank, and I bet we're going to see it used right now on these rifles and the captain. Yeah, 60 munitions for a strafe that immediately pins everything around you. Certainly a bargain. Instead, the captain is able to counteract that once he gets up to vet 1. You can use on me and cause all of your guys who are in the middle of the flank to jump up out of suppression and put on their jet boots to charge in towards the captain. Pack howitzer. No, that's the pack, not the pack howitzer. Pack howitzer could move up a little bit. It's firing at max range, trying to barrage this pack. I don't know why ihitto doesn't have this thing on hold fire. And here comes everything from ihitto. Map control's pretty even, although Joris has got control of the VPs. We had a good opportunity for some really nasty hits from the pack howitzer. The pack howitzer setting up. Is it going to be able to fire in time? It might need to move back. It fails to land a shot near those grenadiers on the bridge, and thus they're not going to end up suppressed. Flamethrower on the Pio squad, that's a good choice. He's not going to have to worry about mines since his opponent has gone this doctrine. Pack howitzer is backed away and set up. Looks like it's still facing over towards the bridge, and the grenadiers are just gonna be able to charge up the right side of the map. And all of that is going to fall into ihitto's hands momentarily. There's the strafe. Suppresses everything and does a bit of damage to the pack howitzer crew, and this half-track being used quite defensively. Not seeing anything like an insane rush to burn down the pack howitzer, and ihitto is just slowly creeping forward. Oh, nice hit from the pack howitzer. That prompts a full retreat from that squad. I think he probably could have just walked it back to the half-track. More fire from the pack howitzer. Let's check. Yes, it is barraging. And a mortar now. Major is out, and a Sherman is building for Joris, who actually has a fighting position facing in the wrong direction at the moment. That is going to hold on to that territory for him. And once ihitto has an opportunity, he'll probably just send those pioneers over to burn that thing down. I don't know why this pack isn't on hold fire. The packs do behave a bit strangely in terms of their hold fire. That's like any order will cancel hold fire, and you have to constantly toggle it back on and off. Nine kills in Vet 1 on the pack howitzer. It's doing a pretty good job. So ihitto currently only has one pack, and I rather expect he'll get himself a second one. That two packs in conjunction with this commander can be very, very difficult for a US player to counter. Unless they're... Oh no, run away. Unless their indirect fire works really well. Oof. And a little more army pop cap is freed up for Joris. Strategic loss, I'm sure. Ooh, nice hit there. The pack has been sent over to try to destroy the fighting position, but it's going to end up getting cleared out. Wow, 2 shots and down it goes. And there is nothing to stop this Sherman from sitting here and destroying the pack. He may even steal it, but I think going for the destroy is the smarter move. Grenadiers probably got hit by the pack howitzer from close range. They're going to have to retreat. Difficult retreat path, and they go down, so trading one squad of infantry for another. Ouch. Seriously destroy this thing. New pack in production. Pack is stolen, and a Scott is in production. So Joris going heavy on the indirect fire, and now he'll have a nice anti-tank gun to back him up for when ihitto decides to start teching up and decides that he can lay off the redistribute resources button. So he is not even teched up past tier 2 yet. Oh, that was cleared out again. Ooh. Ouch. Nice dodge of the anti-tank strafe, and seriously just blow that thing up. You already have a captain, you can get your own AT guns. Pack is just going to take up a lot of pop cap uselessly for a long time, and I didn't see what it was that went down in that house, but Joris is missing a squad of... Joris is missing a squad of rear echelons, so maybe that... Oh man, this pack is now caught out totally in trouble. Here comes the white phosphorus artillery. One nice hit from the Sherman together with the white phosphorus artillery should be able to finish out the pack. The pack is still crewed. It looks like he's going to fire blindly through the smoke, and the Sherman is not shooting. And it actually can't shoot because it's sitting in the smoke barrage. Possibly not the best use of the white phosphorus artillery. Pack number 3 is in production from ihitto. He's been... So he is trying to destroy this pack. Alright. The double packs are going to be really nasty against this rather squishy armor from Joris. The Sherman will be able to tank a salvo from them, but the M8A1 is going to have to lay in the back, and he's going to need to really get some good hits to finish them off. Extremely unorthodox placement of this machine gun bunker from ihitto. Ooh! Well, the indirect fire is working pretty well so far. The double packs are trying to back away. Oh, the Sherman gets hung up a little bit more. Incendiary artillery is coming in. The captain's actually trying to get in on the action. Here come the rifles as well. They are... Ooh. Suppressed. There goes. Oh, the anti-infantry strafe as well. And Sherman is destroyed. Pack looks like it's probably going to escape. It's certainly close enough to friendly lines that even if he lost it, he would be able to get it back safely. Losing that Sherman was... I mean, I know why he made that push. He wanted to break the back of Joris's or ihitto's army by killing these two packs and giving himself room to work. But I don't think it was worth losing the Sherman to do that. Machine gun is packed up and repositioned. Try to get out of the way of the barrages from this now Vet 2 pack howitzer with 16 kills. Not bad. This is something I'd like to hear about from some good players. What they think about leaving the medics outside of the ambulance. Captain running around trying to dodge mortar shells. A new rear echelon squad is in production. He's not prioritizing the VP. I think trying to get the quick ending to this game by getting a triple cap on his opponent while his opponent's not particularly strong would be wise. He wouldn't be able to keep it out of his hands for a long time. There's a nice hit. More indirect fire coming in. And these grenadiers look like they should survive that fight. Oh! I spoke too soon. Damn, retreat guys. Wow, that was way, way too late. Another thing I would like to see from Joris is the use of these rifleman flares. They're pretty expensive at 40 munitions, but he could give himself improved line of sight for any of his flanking attacks. Speaking of flanks, this is a nice flank. Here comes the incendiary artillery, and oh! Big hit. I think that's a barrage from the pack howitzer. Yeah, you can tell it's got a different particle effect and a different sound on the explosion. Here comes... Whoa, where is that coming in? Very odd target for the Stuka bombing strike. 18 kills now on the pack howitzer. It's going to need to reposition a little bit, and it's actually a fighting position here, covering... Probably going to be able to cover the bridge from that. Rear echelon squads jump in, but I don't think there's a whole lot they can do from where they are. And let's have a look at the pack howitzer. The barrage is off cooldown, and it is firing a white phosphorus barrage. Okay. I love the way those look. Captain is sprinting up directly in front of the machine gun. That's too bad. Could use on me. Looks like he's just going to stand up again as the machine gun packs up to retreat. The on me is something I would like to see used to try to counter this anti-infantry strafe. Oh boy, that is a lot of dudes all up on top of each other. If he could get his captain to finish off this half track, that'd be really nice. Instead, he's going to be forced to completely retreat. That's way, way too much. believe I hear the mortar falling. Coffee. Well, there's a little bit of a lull in the action. I'm just going to take the opportunity to plug the upcoming tournament at COH2.org. It's an open tournament. There's going to be invitations sent out, 1v1 tournament, and the big thing about this one is that the prize pool is donated by members of the community, so I gave $100 to it. You should also give money to it if you are able. I know not everybody can afford to send out some money for something like that at the moment, but if you can, you definitely should. You want to get as big a prize as possible, and I just hope it's something that can happen multiple times. And yeah, I think the last I checked, the pool was over $3,400, so that's a nice chunk of change for whoever ends up in the money. I think that's going to guarantee at least probably like $1,800 for the winner or something like that. The split hasn't been decided yet as far as I know. But go over to COH2.org if you want to find out more about that. If you want to contribute to it, if you want to get involved, referees are something that's always really important. So if you just plan on watching the streams and matches during the day, like PM an administrator at COH2.org, or tell Romeo, he's the director of tournaments, and say I want to be a referee during the tournament. It's an easy job, but it's something that it really takes a lot of people to do, and it's a cool way to just be involved, make sure everything goes off smoothly in the tournament. Anyway, the fight's happening again. The enemy is taking our territory. Or not. Another mortar in production from ihitto. I'm not totally sure why he had the mortar, although this mortar has been doing fine. It's got 8 kills. I would really like to see ihitto tech up. He's actually teching straight to tier 3 right now. I'm not sure what he's going to get out of it. A broom bear would be awesome to see. Just because a broom bear is awesome to see. Oh. And I am getting a message right now. So let's see if I can type back to that. Alright. Whew. Okay, regain concentration. The Easy 8 has the chance to do a bit of damage. The packs are out of range, not quite set up at the moment. Not in a good position. Looks like he's maybe even expecting an attack over the bridge. This would be a good time to come in from a couple of different directions. But to be honest, there's not a whole lot of infantry for Yoko. I think even like a lieutenant, if he got that, he could get himself a flak half-track, which might be useful. But the lieutenant, just squad by itself, is nice, good, strong anti-infantry. And he would have an extra squad with which to flank. And this is such a big open map that you can come in from multiple directions when making an attack, which can minimize the effectiveness of those anti-infantry strafes if you're just coming from one place. I mean, I know it's got a big area of effect, but well, we'll see what he does. He was building himself another pack howitzer. I guess he's just figuring more indirect fire is going to be the way to beat this. But short of a priest, I don't know what he could do with US to really, really punish his opponent for playing campy. Alright, ihitto. He got tier 4 up. What are you going to do with it? I'm hoping for Brumbear. Panther would be kind of boring. Alright. Sorry for the silence. Having to answer a question. I'll just observe as this happens. Not really a whole lot to say about it yet. There is a new Sherman out, which could be helpful, but I feel like these two packs, and the thing that's so strong about this commander is you have your packs, which are great anti-tank. The Grenadiers are strong infantry, and you can. The thing that you really need to clear out packs is either some kind of strong indirect fire, which the U.S. really only has available doctrinally, and Yoko didn't pick a good, didn't really pick a good doctrine that has that. That's not something that's available in this doctrine so much. So he's having to rely on his pack howitzers and his Scott, which got destroyed at some point. And then once you do actually get close, your opponent can just call in this anti-infantry strafe. And that happens. Everyone flops down on their bellies. This machine gun has changed positions, so it's changed targets. It looks like the Sherman may be able to poke in and do some damage. The packs are still alive, and pretty healthy as well. They're probably just going to be able to fire through the fog of war. There's a bit of damage onto the Sherman. The attack is continuing, and I think this may be the first time this bunker has actually done anything in this match. And it is a Panther building from Ihitto. That's definitely going to let him be more aggressive. And it's really going to do a number on these vehicles from Joris, which are currently in not a particularly good shape. Pieces of debris flying across the map. And I think it's pretty clear that Joris is just scratching his head right now, wondering, what am I going to do against this? Every time I get close, I get pinned down. I still think on me could be useful for getting past that. He's actually getting himself, once again, thinking about purchasing a second pack howitzer. Those things take up so much pop cap, though. It's going to limit what he can get for himself later on. He's quite low on infantry. I think a couple of big flanks could still pay off nicely. He wants to go for the indirect fire and just try to punish his opponent for sitting in a pretty static area. That said, he has been pretty consistently in control of the victory points throughout the game, and ihitto is having trouble getting up and dealing with that. I think we may see a bombing strike going in on the fighting position. The packs are moving up. Oh, there we go. There's on me used. Instantly counters that strafe. And the rifles are able to keep pressing the attack forward. Just need to close the distance between themselves and these Grenadiers, or maybe they're just trying to go for the packs. The Grenadiers doing lots of damage. The machine gun bunker is still there, plus the machine gun, that's going to be able to stop the attack, and the rifles are forced to retreat. Didn't really accomplish very much there. Packs are still both alive. They're trying to move forward to get in a place where they can shoot at these tanks. And the Panther is around as well to do damage, and that actually kind of missed. Although another shot from almost anything will be able to finish off the fighting position, and it is destroyed. And that was the push that ihitto had been building up for all game long. 34 minutes, and it went off pretty much exactly as well as you could like, I guess. He managed to get the central victory point under his control. Now he's going to be able to move his forces up just a slight bit farther forward and hold on to that. This really slow, very large tier 1 directly to tier 4, very defensive playstyle that ihitto is using. Actually reminds me a lot of Magpies, who was known as a really good player for his defensive Wehrmacht, and, well, not really much else. I don't think I ever saw Magpies play anything except for maybe one game as US. Captain's going to try to sprint off to safety, avoid getting cut down and retreat. Oh, he gets a pretty bad retreat path, saved by the machine gun on the right, and I think ihitto has just totally forgotten about the existence of that. Mortar not firing. ihitto clearly doesn't have vision. I'm a little surprised he's not just trying to barrage somewhere in the center, where he thinks the other player might be. It's pretty obvious that he's over here. Now the mortar should start firing. The rifles are taking back the center of the map. Smoke goes down from one of the squads that'll allow the one squad to cap in peace, but the right side is getting pushed hard. The packs destroy the fighting position of the grenadiers. Are going to be able to take that no problem. Rear echelon squad taking the left as they get bombarded. Mortar is actually bombarding somewhere else, and things are getting pretty quiet. ihitto, man, just loving this redistribute resources. I'd really like to see him actually buy some more stuff, but he's fairly close to pop cap. But rather than just sit back and wait for the VPs to slowly drain out, it would be nice to see him tech up, or not tech up, but use his tech buildings. I mean, he's spent all of this fuel and manpower just to build a Panther and nothing else. By playing so slowly, I mean, his opponent still has good map control and is able to keep calling in more vehicles. So we now have 2 EZ8s. Oh, double packs are still a problem. Oh, 1 EZ8 goes down. Each side trading munitions, call-in abilities. Oh, that was a nasty anti-tank strafe. I think Joris thought it was just an anti-infantry strafe, and that he'd be able to pop right back up out of it with on me. And now, 37 minutes in, all VPs are white. One of them is just now captured, actually by the Vet 3 pack howitzer. He should send that back to base and get it reinforced. No reason to risk losing that vetted crew. He definitely doesn't want to lose it close to enemy lines and have it get stolen. That's the kind of indirect fire hits that he wanted to be able to get. Third pack being built by ihitto. I don't really care for this choice. I'm looking over at the chat right now. People be arguing with each other up in the chat. Just another day on twitch.tv. Hello to everybody on here. I'll just mention again that I'm gonna give away some more keys for the UK Forces faction trial, which starts on the 30th. Oh, just look at the damn calendar yourself and figure out when that is. So, got another, I think, 12 or 13 keys left to give away. So you don't have to subscribe or follow or whatever. You just need to be up here, and I think you have to be active. That might not even be necessary. Just be up in the chat when we get to that point, And we'll roll and send out keys to lucky winners. Bombing strike went off somewhere. I didn't hear anything die. Sounds like it was over on the pack howitzers, but that Joris managed to dodge them. Once again, ihitto is failing to get a hold of the VPs. White phosphorus barrage goes in on the packs. Captain's going to try to get in close. Riflemen try to go straight up the front. That doesn't really work. Nice hit on the grenadiers, kills 2 of them and causes them to be suppressed. See how this second pack howitzer is doing. 2 kills, and given how clumped up everything has been, I think not the worst choice to get a second one of those. The pack howitzer, well, he doesn't have to worry about losing that quite as easily as he does the Scott, although that's just due to the static nature of ihitto's army. Oh, double flamethrowers. The rifles aren't going to like that. Oh, the big hit from the Shermans. Grenade goes out. Does ihitto see it? Doesn't look like it. And wow, he actually takes almost no damage from that, despite retreating a little bit late. And honestly, retreating towards the grenade. Riflemen should be able to escape from this without problem. Dueling bunkers. This is like watching an old shelf game. Alright. Packs have been given the job of capping the munitions points. And ihitto, 94 pop caps. I don't think we'll be seeing anything new from him for a while. Yoko still has a little more room to breathe, room to expand his army. Still has a good, nearly uncontested hold on the right side of the map. And although I think this is going to be the next target, see everything moving up into position. Packs are in a bit of a staggered formation, so if the first one gets overrun, the second one will be able to support. But where is the third pack? Also sitting in the back, and a new bunker going up. The captain might actually be able to destroy it before it completes. And there it goes. Destroyed immediately after it completes, so ihitto loses his munitions. Nice flank here, but there's that close air support used again. Where's the captain? Captain is retreating, so no on me is not going to be able to be used. And everything is pushed back. Ooh, nice hit. That was a pack howitzer barrage, I believe. Another bunker is building. ihitto just can't get a hold on the middle of the map. Drain will now be going in ihitto's favor. So the second pack howitzer is also up to vet 2 now. There's just so many targets for it to shoot at. ihitto's rarely has his troops spread out particularly much. So with just the 2 pack howitzers firing here and here, you can almost cover all of the territory that ihitto likes to keep his squads in. And lots of static weapons, or mostly static weapons at these packs. Plenty of easy targets. BP is whited, so the drain is stopped. Machine gun trying to capture the middle victory point under bunker fire. It looks like the bunker is being barraged. Or is that the... No, the pack howitzer is being barraged. Pack howitzer switches around to... Wow. I didn't think that would happen. I think that machine gun just destroyed the bunker while suppressed using its incendiary armor piercing rounds. I'm pretty sure its suppression just reduces the accuracy, so when you're shooting at... I don't know what the target size of a fighting position is, but apparently it's pretty hard to miss. So much indirect fire. It's all kind of dinky indirect fire. No one's got any of the big, beefy, recently buffed howitzers. Oh. Oh! That was nice, though. I think we don't see any of the big juicy 152 hits that make me go, ugh. But clearly that one did the trick. Hell yeah, finally, a broom bear from ihitto. I'm pleased by this. Broom bear is cooking. That will do crazy damage to Joris's army if he allows it to. God, more bunkers. Where did that land? Where did that land? I think there. Alright. Shermans are making a push. The packs are nowhere to be seen. Got a pack on the bridge, another pack. Where's that? There we go. They're all a bit out of range. The bunker is destroyed, and the captain is going to try to get this back under American control. Suppressed and under mortar fire, the packs are coming up. Now the Panther is shooting at him as well. And a anti-infantry strafe goes off on the road. Captain drops a bazooka, not such a big deal. Come on. Smoke grenades used to counter the machine guns and allow these rifles to capture it unobstructed, but they're actually getting suppressed right now. Pack howitzer is firing on the machine gun, it looks like, and there's no way these rifles are going to last. They are forced to retreat, just a split second away from raising the central victory point. And a Jackson is in production from Yoko, who I keep calling Joris, because I think it's Joris. Oh man, Vet 3 pack howitzers caught out, it's cleared out instantly. And the Broom Bear and the Panther are going to try to make their push. Anti-infantry, or the anti-infantry. I heard another tank cook up over on the right, but oh my god, all the off-map abilities are being called in at once. Stuka bombing strike managed to hit absolutely nothing. Smoke. Call-in doesn't really do anything. There's the Easy 8 that got destroyed earlier. And these rifles are going to get pushed back by the Grenadiers. Joris is just really struggling to do the damage against his opponent. Any of his units, really. His indirect fire isn't killing fast enough. His rifles are not able to get kills. His tanks are having just a difficult time finding anywhere to operate. The pack howitzer is about to be destroyed by the Broom Bear. The Jackson is coming in soon. And these tanks are going to be in a bit of trouble. The packs are now moving around in a bit of disarray. They're just trying to get back to more defensive positions. The task of destroying the pack howitzer is complete. Oh, love crush. There goes the broom bear. Man, if Joris can't do something about this broom bear, he's gonna suffer an unsustainable amount of manpower loss. But it looks like, oh wow, trades the broom bear for a Jackson. Probably not what he was hoping to do, but in the long run, maybe not so bad. Sherman's got to run. Panther is in pursuit, and the packs are surrounded. One pack is down. Ooh, on me is used. That gets the that was on me, wasn't it? Yeah, on me is used. Pack is stolen. Ihitto can easily afford another one. The Panther goes out of control. Wow, ihitto is down to a single pack, and other than that, he's just got infantry. All of his army is collapsing right now. This EZA could really do a lot of damage at the moment. Pack just needs to get back to friendly lines so that it can be safely destroyed. He probably shouldn't reinforce it. Just hide it in the back of his base. Just get it away. And now I would really like to see ihitto use his captain to supervise production of a new tank. That's another Sherman would be perfect right now. Just a standard Sherman. Just come in with the armor or anti-personnel rounds and dealing damage. So he's got to micro all of his units during this fight, not lose the stuff that he's just gotten, and also take back the victory point. The captain uses on me again. The rifles are going to get up in close, but it looks like that's actually an anti-tank strafe. This could do a ton of damage. Oh, Captain is nearly lost. He really wants to keep that squad. That's the only thing that's allowing him to get past all this suppression. Probably would like to steal this machine gun, but he can't do it safely with just this 3-man rifle squad. And are we going to see the Captain supervise production? Do it, supervise production. So pro. Or, I mean, it would be pro if more pros did it, but you know what I mean. I don't think he's going to do it. But we'll keep an eye on this in case he does. Smart move, destroying all the packs that he can't hold on to. He actually did reinforce the pack that he, oh, wait a minute, I'm looking at the wrong player. ihitto has 2 packs. The Grenadiers are frantically building a new bunker, trying to set up the defensive position again, as the Major from Joris is out capturing the left. He had that was such a coup, that last attack. He lost a substantial bit, but he destroyed a lot of the units that were giving him trouble. He wasn't able to get them. He wasn't able to destroy the machine guns. He wasn't able to destroy all of the packs. But he was able to get himself some time and relieve some of the pressure. ihitto was starting to slowly move from the— What the hell? When did he get this? I totally missed the Sherman steal. Sweet. Wow. Oh man, for a while I was thinking like, you know, this game's getting kinda— might have to consign this one to the dustbin of cast history, but it's actually turned out to be quite entertaining in the last couple of minutes. After some rather stale defensive play, but that was such a nice attack by Yoko once he got that Jackson. I think now it's really anyone's game at this point. It's a little hard to say who's got the advantage. I mean, with so many Grenadier squads lost, ihitto is suffering quite a bit. I feel like he's just sort of lost the plot. He's floating so much manpower. He should really be building something. He's got he's got a fair bit of fuel. He's got lots of manpower. He should be getting more Grenadiers back again. Hell, he could even get Panzer Grenadiers probably not a good choice. But get another Grenadier squad out, put a machine gun on them. Damn. Oh, this Sherman is going to be so annoying. Easy 8 and the remaining Sherman are trying to push in together with these rifles and the captain to kill this pack. Grenade goes in on the pack. Pack is cleared. And with that, Joris is going to declare victory and pull back. He's gotten 2 VPs under his control. He's bought himself a little bit of time. He's going to be able to pull back, repair his tanks. The pack is in pursuit, but it's actually run straight into the smoke cloud. It's getting down really low. A stray shot from the pack howitzer will kill it instantly. And now we finally have another Grenadier and another mortar actually being built. Alright. I don't know why he's not... Well, he has another pack here. He has the other pack, which is rolling back to base to get repaired. Second mortar's a little strange. I would have thought that another machine gun would be good, but I guess he's got all the suppression that he needs right here in this anti-infantry strafe. Perhaps something that will be looked at in an upcoming balance patch. I have no evidence to support that theory, but it's a bit strong. Captain is hot-footing it over to the right. Don't know where he's going. Looks like he's going to try to get the munitions point. So I think Yoko has been playing very smartly, given the limitations of what he's got with this commander. I think, an infantry company could have been really good in order to get the priest, but I mean, by picking his commander right away, he got the advantage of getting the early vet riflemen right at the start of the game, but it kind of allowed ihitto to counterpick him, and I think ihitto has done a good job of counterpicking him, and playing in a way that is difficult for Yoko to counter. I know we've got some good. When I checked before, there were some good players sitting in the chat, so hopefully someone could give their opinion on the efficacy of using the flak half-track against the close air support commander. I know the strafes are just single pass, so your flak half-track kind of needs to catch them immediately for it to be useful, and then you run the risk of shooting down a plane on your own dudes, depending on how your opponent lines up his planes. But yeah, if someone wants to drop that in there, I'd really like to know. But the captain is a smart choice. Glad been using on me a whole lot. I say smart choice. It's not like he built that to counter this. He built it because he wanted to do a fast Stewart. Here comes the flank. This is a really nice attack going off right now. We got units coming in from 3 different sides. Tanks coming in through the base entrance. I don't think that Yoko was expecting that. This one Sherman is going to go down. Down it goes. Sherman versus Sherman. The pack, I don't know which way to point. They've got units completely surrounding them. Anti-infantry strafe is coming in on me, not used by the captain, which I think is a mistake, although he was sitting directly in front of that bunker. One Sherman does go down. Oh no, damaged engine. All the vehicles for Yoko are destroyed, and that is gonna be the attack that ends the game. So nice brave play right there at the end. Maybe could use some minesweepers. Alright, so that's the end of that match, and we're gonna go to some music. after doing another drawing of some names for UKF trial code whatever things. So stay tuned, remain in the chat. If you hadn't said anything in the chat, you should probably do so now, because I think that's what the algorithm looks for. And this has been Hello World Series. Bye bye, folks.